Today's episode of Eden Crafters. I make the wibbliest of wobbliest of conveyors. It's so wibbly wobbly. Bravely hide myself away. Right, hide myself safely inside. And kiss my butt goodbye. And realize that I've created moss. Going green, moss is happening. Hello and welcome back to Eden Crafters, the Ocean World prologue. Last episode, we got hit by an enormous tidal wave that I thought was basically the end of the prologue and the way that the developers basically end the demo. It was not. It allowed us to carry on playing. It did wipe out my wind turbines and I had to replace them. But now I know that this wave happens and inevitably this giant moon right here is the cause. Next time the wave comes near, and we can actually see it on the horizon, at least I assume that's the wave and not another landmass, I'm just going to pick up the windmills before it hits and then put them back down again. At least that's the plan anyway. So we can carry on with our objectives here. Our current objective is to terraform the planet. We can see our tasks here. Use the build menu to create a tree greenhouse. And we've got explore the planet to find useful resources. Okay, we've already found sulfur. I do want to say big thank you to everyone who commented on the last video. You guys have been great. You're sharing your knowledge of this game, and you know, a lot of you very interested to see more. And I'm glad you are, and I'm glad you're joining me again today. Thank you so much for that. One of the things that someone said was that you can actually auto mine sulfur. Now I got that wrong in the last episode because I hadn't actually found a sulfur deposit yet, but there is one somewhere on this island. And hopefully we can find it at some point, because we're going to need a lot of sulfur. One of the things I do want to do is set up an auto miner here on quartz, because, oh, I'm short of 1 gear. Are you serious? Yeah, I've only got 3 or 4 gears. Okay, I thought I'd prep for this, damn it. This is embarrassing. Okay, let me go back and get that video. What was I saying? Right, yeah, we're going to need a lot of sulfur for some of the tech. Because one of the things that this game is really cool, it gives us multiple exits or ends, multiple endings for this scenario, right? We could escape from the planet and just run away, or we can try and deviate the moon by throwing a lasso around it and dragging it out to a higher orbit. Pretty ballsy, but I definitely want to give that a go so that we can maybe terraform this planet. I think it's a fantastic idea. Okay, so there we go. I've now got 4 gears, confirmed, 4 gears. Let me grab a bunch of plate as well, because we're going to need that for running some conveyors. So I'm going to grab a few stacks of that, and that's going to let the machine carry on. The boxes are actually full now of rod and plate, and I was thinking probably need to set up some kind of like assembly for gears, the amount of gears that we're going to need. I'm going to need to set up an assembly for silica and glass and so on and so forth. So we do need a lot more kind of automation than what we've got here. So yeah, I think, you know, if resources and time were not really an issue, I'd probably build a platform out of concrete or something and just level this whole area. And I suppose you can level it by just digging the ground, but that's just going to take forever. So you'd build like a platform and have everything level. But, you know, yeah, that's going to take a lot longer with just single blocks. This isn't like Satisfactory where you can build entire platforms in seconds. It would take a significant amount of time. So we're going to just basically place it on the terrain, and it's going to look like ass, but you know, whatever. It'll be fine. Okay, so now I can place my auto miner here on the quartz deposit. There we go. And I can run a conveyor out from that, and it automatically tries to curve itself. Quite funny, isn't it? I'm going to run a conveyor out to that, and I think what I'll do is I'll just run a conveyor out to, I don't know, about here-ish. And then we'll run a box. I wish it gave us like little guidelines, so it would tell us, you know, like in Satisfactory, it tells you whether you're lined up or not. There we go. And then we clip that into there. Okay, so that started producing quartz already. Okay, so next thing we need is a parts producer, which I assume is what we need to produce silica. Although to be honest, we may need to check this out in the workbench to see what it kind of what automates, because it might be the parts producer produces the glass from silica and a refinery does the silica from quartz. Anyway, let's have a look at what the workbench says. Got a bit of running to do now. We're starting to spread out a little bit. There's another sulfur cave up there as well. if I need an extra bit of sulfur. So, silica, crafting component can be used to craft some basic parts. Workbench, forge. Good job, I checked. Okay, so forge. Let's right-click that. We've actually got the parts for a forge. And then just to double check, glass plate, part producer. Yeah, okay, so part producer is this guy here, which requires 3 iron beams, 2 circuit boards, and 4 gears. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3 of the iron beams. Here we are. 1, 2, oh, we need more iron rod. Well, we should be all right for iron rod, to be honest. Seems as we are manufacturing it now. 1, 2, let's just grab a couple of stacks of that. There we are. We're not short of this stuff now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I forget what the last component was there on the parts thing is. 2 circuit boards. The circuit boards take silica, which I can now produce actually, because I did pick up a few quartz there. So let's just go ahead and produce as much silica as we can and get there. And circuit board. Oh, copper plate. Yeah. So copper is another one where it's like we need to automate that into copper plate and wire. All right, so we got the bits for a refinery and we got the bits for a parts producer. So I'm wondering if maybe the silica, I should split off the silica before sending it into the parts producer so I can have 2 boxes, one of silica and one of glass plate there. Okay, so we'll bring this out. And we got a nice little lump in the ground there, but we can dig that up. Let's got a nice diagonal line, which here is just confusing everything, isn't it? So dig this up. Yeah, rid of that. There we go. Move that out of the way, and it's all just blocks, so we just need the silica, right? And then this goes up weirdly, and then we tell it to produce silica. It automatically started doing it. Actually, I don't think I needed to tell it at all. Then we split it. Because we want to split some of the silica off. Oh, this has got a weird curve on it. We want to split some of the silica off to just go into storage, and some of it into a parts producer to turn into glass. So with the parts producer there, not enough cement. Okay. We did produce... build a little. This is another thing I need to automate. Is you know, rock production into. We got rock here. We need to just chuck that in. Can I build a workbench out in the wild? Iron ore. Yeah. I need to automate cement basically as well. So just give me a load of that. Just add all my rock into cement, please. I don't think rock has any use outside of cement anyway, so we don't need to split that off into 2 products that we might need. Parts producer, there we go, right. So this then goes in there. We tell it to produce glass. And then we have our 2 boxes for immediate storage of the goods produced. Glass into that one. And I might take this apart actually and just go yoink. And that is a windy little conveyor belt, isn't it? There we go. I mean, it's not straight. It's all wibbly wobbly, but I'm not going to obsess over it. So now we have raw silica and glass plane automated. And this raw silica will go into producing... This was rolling off the edge of that. Into circuit boards as well. So I'll probably, what I need to do is take it out of here, split it again, route it back round into the box so that half of it is kind of kept. You know what I mean? All right, so now that we've got glass plate being automated, so we now need to produce the greenhouses. Now the greenhouses, we'll have a look at this, right? It uses 3 megawatts of power and 50 liters total. And the water pump delivers 100 liters. So we can have 2 of these per water pump. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to put one... Oh, we need to pipe to be... Can I turn that around? Oh, that's irritating. I was hoping to flip that so that this conveyor out is on the same side each way, but perhaps not. Perhaps I need to then... What I need to do is put one there. I guess the other one will have to be facing the wrong way or out that way, I suppose. We could do it like that. There we go. So pipes. We put a connector, a splitter rather. Right there. Connect you to you, connect you to you, and connect you to you. And there we go. We're now producing a ridiculous amount of organic. I do need to check. Is the power good on this? 57%. I like that it doesn't actually just cut the power straight off. It kind of like... it diminishes, if you know what I mean. So solar does 5 to 24 megawatts, but only during the day. I'm going to chuck a couple of more wind turbines up. The wave isn't coming anywhere near us at the moment, so we're good. Where are they facing? They're facing that way. Let's see if we can get them facing the same way so we're not just like absolutely insane. Not enough iron plate. This is an absurdity. Do you not know how much iron plate I have? There's ridiculous amounts of iron plate. Not much iron plate, to be exact. Anyway. So that is 68%. 30 megawatt demand. There we go. And I gotta spread these out too much because I need to take them down again later, don't I? I wonder if there is a way to get like a more permanent power system. I'm surprised the wind at the moment is permanent, if you know what I mean. That's 100%. Here we go. 33 megawatts of demand, 100% coverage. We're gonna need more. Tree houses, they produce so much organic, and then from organic you can either make the food parcels. I don't want to be making that many food parcels. I mean, I'm living off of what I'm able to produce here on this one thing, right? So you can create food pots, which is quartz. Really? Okay, for the jar, I suppose. Okay. We can make rubber, basically, from food, organic, 5 organic to 1 rubber. And that can be done in a part producer. Okay, and then from that, we can make rubber belts. Let's have a look. Parts producers, they take the iron beams, they take the circuit boards, they take the gears and cement. They're expensive machines. So ideally, what we would do is, you know, automate iron beam manufacturing using a assembling machine here. We can automate circuit boards using the same thing. Gears are just another... They're rods into this thing, so we can at least automate the gears and we can automate the cement. Now, maybe we should start with the gears, because this is plate and rod, rotors are rubber and cable, circuit boards are plate and silica. Starting to get a little complicated, starting to remind me of a certain other game. Starting to think that maybe I need elevators in a higher platform. Yeah, lots of stuff. Complexity escalates wildly, but we're going to need automation of all this basic components first. They feel like concrete, then copper plate and wire, which means we need at least 2 more of these, which is 8 gears. And if we think about it, we need the parts producer as well, and the refiners, the forge for the copper at least, which is iron plate and cement. That's another 4 gears. The wave is getting closer. We're going to need to go take those windmills down soon. Let's see if we can get some copper and sort out some concrete automation. All right, so advanced miner here. Don't know if I can get it. I can. There we go. Bingo. We need to set up some kind of art producer for this as well. And we're all kinds of awkward right now, aren't we? All kinds of awkward. If I can put it there and then run that into there. There we go. It's so bad. And then we'll put a box right next to this one down here. Beautiful. And this can produce... Wait, crap. I don't think it's that. I think it's I need one of these to produce cement. I'm just like, yeah, whatever with the conveyor belts now. Just get it done. Cement. Okay, good. And then we run that into oh my gosh. We'll run that down here, and then from there it just bended a little wildly there, but we're okay now. Look at that. It's a nice little spiral. All right, so we're producing cement. Nice, easy automation. Power levels 100% supplied. All right, So, oh, there's a fog now. I can't see the wave or how close it is. I'm stuck inside this machine. I stood on it and pressed forward. Oh boy. Stucketh. Oh no. I have managed to get myself stuck. Yeah. Well, we got a respawn button. There we go. And I've still got all my stuff. That's okay. Good. Right, the next one is the copper. So that wave is getting very close now. And another bunch of plate and another bunch of cement. And we have enough for copper. Let's get more plate, actually, because the conveyors, we got a long way to go with the conveyors, back through a tunnel and everything. Eee. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this in time. That's alarmingly close. I'm going to go get those windmills down, otherwise, you know, a bit of an expense to put them back up again, mind you, when we've got more copper and plate than we know what to do with. Rod and plate than we know what to do with, so maybe it's not so bad. Anyway. The miner, here we go. On the copper deposit. Bingo. There we are. And then we run the conveyor back through here. I might do this in sections so it doesn't like clip into the ground and get all ugly fugly. Gonna be fugly ugly anyway, isn't it, really? Let's not even pretend that this is gonna be a good looking factory. It's so wibbly wobbly. It's the wibbliest of the wobbliest of paths. Yeah, alright, time's up. I have to figure that out later. Oh boy. Gonna get the windmills down. Dangerous wave detected. Really? I saw that coming a mile away now. You know what, the first time I just thought it was a landmass in the distance. I thought it was another island or something. That's why I didn't notice. Ah, stamina. Stamina. I just hope it doesn't take my camera away before, Oh boy. Never get told that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm hoping the greenhouses survive, because if they don't, then this is very expensive. Right, hide myself safely inside and kiss my butt goodbye. Okay, there we go. We got the little camera. Oh. Oh god. It's not only ever slightly intimidating. Unfortunately, you can skip this. I think, to be honest, maybe the second or third run through. Well, this is the second, the third or fourth run through of this thing. I might just skip it, but it is still bloody epic, isn't it? Whee! Look how high I am. Woo! It makes the island look so small. That is one epic wave. Wow. Yep. Smells a bit damp in here now, huh? Woo. Yeah, okay. Windmills. Let's put the power. Move the power grid as well a little bit out of the way here. They got a bit more room over there to build factory. I don't know what way these are facing, but it doesn't really matter. We need... It doesn't actually force you to spread them out, which is quite good, really. Right, there we go. 5. I think we had 5 before. 22 megawatt demand. I suppose it's only 22 megawatt because that factory there is kind of paused. But there we go. Wind turbines are back up and running. Okay, so we can carry on with our copper setup now. Okay, so we're going to chuck this into a refiner here. There we go. We're going to get copper ingots. Then I put a little platform here because it was a really awkward position and the terrain is all up in the way. But there we go. I've got a splitter now, so I can now split to 2 different parts producers. One for plate and one for wire. And then we got another little fight with the terrain, as you can see here. So what I might do is actually put more blocks here anyway and try and level this off a little bit. Then I think what I'm going to have to do is build a tunnel through here, which is no problem. This is just going to be a fight for the terrain, isn't it? Most of this late game or mid game sort of stuff. Fight with the terrain. I don't even think that's lined up, is it? I hope so. So we get this one to do plate. And plates, please. There we go. And then I'll get another one over here, which is going to be elevated beyond this one. So I might actually dig a little bit out. I just realised that when you place a conveyor, it terraforms the terrain for you already. I mean, digging ditches and all along, I don't need to do that. Look at this. Hang on. Thank you. Bring you down here. Boom. Such a time saver. Alright, so we've got plates and cables. We need two boxes. Bingo. There we go. So now we have concrete, we have silica, glass, we have plates, cables. I've got to check power again, because now I've got another line up and running. 100%, but then that thing's not really working very well. Very much, I should say. But yeah, basically, we've got all the basic components. Automated. Superb. Whereas now it's time to go for the more complicated components. Our tasks currently is to set up a fertilizer to create ground vegetation. So we should probably look into that next. This thing also requires water. Do we need a second pump? Or do you think I can maybe pilfer from the current one? I'm just going to pilfer from the current one at this point. These guys are producing, are filled up on organic, so they won't be using the water right now, but 76% of the 130 litres per second demand. Well, there we go. Ground 1% fertile. We need to increase our water yield somehow. I mean, somehow, it's obvious. Create another water pump. Pump it in. Pipe it in, you know, but still. You know what I mean. So now... Right, we've completed terraformation. We haven't got our next objective. The next objective is to discover and terraform some other very different planets. Wait. Our next objective is to explore the planet to find other useful resources. I need to build a container version 2 to unlock the shelf and the warehouse. I need to build a refiner to unlock the vehicle energy thing, and a solar panel to unlock batteries and large solar panels. Boom, there's a second pump. Now if I get rid of this, put in another junction here. I'm going to get rid of that. And then just connect these two up to that single junction. And there we go. Producing 100% of the 130 litre demand. Lovely. Now I just need to pump these two into some parts producers to produce rubber for me. Bingo. I just need a box. And there we go. We're now producing rubber. Well, we will be on this stuff. That looks fantastic. Like little mini trees on a conveyor belt. Awesome. Anyway, that should now produce rubber. There we go. And that could be in turn disposed into rubber bands. And bingo, now we have rubber bands. Splitting off the rubber, and this is going into... Again, I don't know what the efficiencies are or how quickly, you know, it's producing rubber to bands. It doesn't really matter, to be honest, at this point. As long as we have automated production of these components, I'm happy. I am happy, happy, happy. All right. So that's pretty much that. Now, let's have a look at producing ourselves a solar panel here. Because I think getting a battery and unlocking these large solar panels is going to be really, really great. It means that we don't need to rip down our energy thing every time a wave comes along. This is good news. Very good news. So, solar panels. What do we need for those? Beams and cobalt ore. Okay, well, we're not automatically mining cobalt at the moment. We might need to consider doing that. But I do have some cobalt ore here. And then we just need another beam. And to be honest, I'm probably going to put this panel up and then just take it straight back down again. Where's the sun? That way? Does we need to be facing the sun? Who knows? Point is, now unlock the battery. Battery? Well, that's a little bit more complicated, isn't it? We need 10 battery cells, 4 circuit boards, and 4 iron beams. Eesh. Well, battery cells, let's remind ourselves of these things. More cobalt and sulfur. Yikes. Okay, well, I think we're only going to be able to get one of these batteries. Hopefully it stores enough energy to see us overnight with just, you know, the large solar power. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Oh well. Before we do that then, we're going to need an awful lot of cobalt. And that's cobalt ore as well. It isn't even refined into cobalt ingots or anything like that. Straight up ore. So advanced miner is what we need. Large iron deposit. That's not what we need. Large basalt deposit. Okay, well, I know that we're going to need that in order to make basalt concrete. So good to know that there's that. Still no cobalt though. I do know where there is a cobalt deposit, and it's all the way up there. I was just hoping for one a little closer. And that's the copper deposit. And then just behind that, there's our cobalt deposit. Bingo. Lovely jubbly. And we just have to get this back to base. Has to be one of the most wild conveyors I think I've ever built in any game. It's like, wow. Anyway, we've got cobalt now coming in eventually when it actually gets down here, of course, coming into this container here. I see the wave is coming in again, so we got to prepare for that. But now that we've got cobalt coming in, I think what I'm going to do is going to set this iron deposit up for making beams, the reinforced ones. Maybe gears as well. I'll see what I can squeeze out of it, you know, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let's see. With the cobalt in, we need to make the batteries. To be honest, I think it's going to take the cobalt too long to come in before that wave hits for me to do anything. So I think I'm going to wait until the wave is gone before doing that. I was hoping to find a cobalt deposit a little closer than that one. The only thing I haven't been is like down there. A little late now to go kind of exploring. But I will need to go into that sulfur mine and pick up that sulfur as well. We have another iron deposit here, of course. So we could set this one up and make that one into making gears. It would just be one manufacturing to another, because it is pipe into... the rods turn into gears, don't they? So yeah, it wouldn't be too difficult to do that one. Anyway. Let's get ready for another wave, shall we? Oh, I've just noticed. Look at the ground. It's going green. Going green. Moss is happening. 50% fertility around around this thing, at least. Anyway, I'm not sure if that's like island wide, but certainly, yeah, it doesn't seem to be anywhere other than around that thing. I wonder if I put another one over here, we can get this bit turning green as well. That's cool. Here we go. Ripping down the wind turbines. It's coming. Shit, am I going to get it there in time? Oh boy. What happens if I'm outside when it starts detaching my camera? You know? There we go. Inventory full. Crap. There we go. Oh, that was close. I almost was not inside for that one. Let's just go ahead and skip this one. Alright, we're back. It's a wee bit misty. Let's put the power back and crack on. We need 10 of these battery cells. So the sulfur I've got, I can make 5. No, we're going to need to go pick up more sulfur. That's the other 5. And here we have it, a battery. 1% of 100 megawatts. Now we should start on these guys, which is refined cobalt and iron beams. And for the amount of solar panels I think I'm going to need, we're going to have to automate refining the beams. And, well, refining the cobalt's easy enough. We just need one of these guys here. Means more beams. And 4 filters. What are filters again? Sulfur and iron plate. We can get 4 of those. That's easy enough. But yeah, looks like we got to start automating the more complicated processes now and components. The good news is we've managed to get all the basics pretty much processed. Copper, plate, wire, silica, rubber, obviously rods, concrete. Now we're going to start getting cobalt in and combining those basics into more complicated stuff. but we're starting to see some greenery up here, which is nice. I think what I'm going to do next time is get the analyst radar here to see if we can find some more deposits. Specifically sulfur. We need to find it somewhere, and that's going to help us find that. Also, the area fertilizer irrigates and spreads vegetation seeds in a large area, which greatly helps generate oxygen, which, you know, is good. This is what we ultimately need to do. But our first priority is moving that moon, which I assume is that one there, because there's that one there as well. Which hopefully will reduce the waves. But these larger solar panels, they resist extreme conditions. So we won't need to lift them up every time the wave comes in. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. So I'm going to have to leave you guys until next time. But as always, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll join me again for some more Eden Crafters of the Ocean World prologue here. This is turning out to be an interesting game, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it develops. I'm really hoping that they improve some of the neat and tidying that we can do with conveyors and stuff like that, because having them all zigzag all over the place, yeah, it hurts my insides. We'll have to wait and see. But once again, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.